are very supportive and infrastructure is very good. I thank all my lecturers for being a great support system during my PU days. And their coaching has made me to get through the NEET and CET exams with a good and decent rank. And thank you so much.
In the last class, we have studied about the extraction of metal, very important. That is extraction of copper and extraction of zinc. We have studied in the last class. Now in this class today, we are going to study another important extraction. That is extraction of aluminium metal from purified alumina or purified bauxite ore by Hall Héroult process. Very important. See here, in the last class, what we have studied, the extraction of iron, extraction of copper and extraction of zinc. Those three extractions are completely based on pyrometallurgy. Pyrometallurgy means what? The process of extraction of a metal with the respective ore by passing heat energy. I repeat once again, pyrometallurgy means it's a process of extraction of a metal by the respective ore by heating it, by passing heat energy and with help of some principles of thermodynamics. But now this extraction of aluminium from purified alumina is completely different when compared to last three extractions. Those three extractions are based on pyrometallurgy, means they are all extracted from by passing heat energy. But in this extraction of aluminium is completely based on electrometallurgy. This extraction of aluminium is completely based on electrochemical aspects or electrochemical principles of metallurgy, simply we call as electrometallurgy. Why? What is electrometallurgy? It is also a process of extraction of a metal from the respective ore by passing electric current, by passing electricity is called electrometallurgy. This extraction of aluminium is completely based on electrometallurgy. So let us discuss how the aluminium is going to be extracted from this electrometallurgy. So let's see some examples for ores of aluminium. Al2O3 SH2 is one of the ore of aluminium. The name of this composition is bauxite. We already knew this. And which 4 times Si2O5 is also one of the aluminium ore. The name of this ore is molybdenite, and the last one is also one of the aluminium ore. The name of this ore is cryolite. These are all the examples for the ores which contain aluminium metal in the different forms. So for this, to understand this extraction, so you can see the diagram here. This is the experimental system, experimental setup we need to this extraction. Let us describe this system. We simply call it as electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell. I hope I have studied about this concept in the electrochemistry chapter. Electrolytic cell means it is a device which converts the electrical energy into chemical energy. In this electrolytic cell, electrolysis will take place. Electrolysis means it is a process of decomposition of a substance by passing electricity. I repeat again. The process of decomposition of a substance by passing electricity, and some of the products will also form at the respective electrodes, what we call cathode and anode. So that is electrolysis process. This electrolysis process takes place in this electrolytic cell, and this is what we are seeing here. This is the electrolytic cell. Let us describe this electrolytic tank. This electrolytic tank is completely made up of steel vessel. This steel vessel lining with carbon and acts as a cathode which has negative terminal, isn't it? So and these are all the graphite rods made up of carbon and acts as an anode which has positive terminal. And these two terminals are used to external circuit, external contact to allow the electricity to pass the electricity to this electrolytic tank or cell. Here this region represents this portion, yellow portion represents molten aluminum. Molten aluminum means after the electrolysis completed, the aluminum is get deposited on this portion in a molten state and the molten aluminum comes out through this outlet. This is the outlet for aluminum. And inside the electrolytic tank, I placed molten mixture of purified alumina. I hope you have studied how these purified alumina or purified bauxite ore is obtained by leaching. By doing leaching, we can purify the impure alumina to pure alumina. So by using that purified alumina, we are going to extract the aluminum metal. So here with this electrolytic tank, I placed a mixture of molten alumina and purified alumina and cryolite. I'll tell you what is the role of cryolite. So this is the experimental setup for the electrolytic cell in which electrolysis takes place. Now, to this electrolytic cell, molten purified alumina is going to be dissolved in this cryolite. This cryolite, what is the role of cryolite here? This cryolite decreases the melting point of this molten mixture. This cryolite decreases the melting point of that molten mixture and increases the electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity or specific conductance. So melting point of this mixture will going to be decreases due to the presence of this cryolite, and these two components form a mixture that is going to be electrolyzed in this tank, and this cryolite also increases the electrical conductivity. What do you mean by electrical conductivity or specific conductance? That means the ability of the mixture, the ability of this molten mixture to carry the electricity, to carry the electric current is increases. That is the electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity means the ability of this substance to carry the electric current or electricity throughout the body of this solution is increases. That is the role of cryolite. Now, on passing electricity from outside, from the external source, on passing electricity through this terminals to this electrolytic cell, a process of electrolysis will be started. The electrolysis started. Due to the electrolysis process, some of the changes will take place here inside the tank, inside the electrolytic cell. What are the changes? Some of the reactions takes place. Some of the ions will undergo oxidation. Some of the ions will undergo reduction and deposited as a product in the respective electrode, that is cathode and anode. So let's see what are the reactions takes place inside the electrolytic cell. Obviously there is a redox reaction. Let's see what are the reactions takes place and how the aluminum is going to be obtained through that outlet. Let's see what are the reactions, chemical reactions takes place inside the electrolytic cell. Means some of the ions will undergo oxidation, some of the ions will undergo reduction. So let's see that. At cathode, I hope you knew that at the cathode electrode always reduction takes place in the electrolytic cell. At cathode, the aluminium ions, obviously is Al2O3. Al2O3 means Al3 plus ions will be there, and some of oxide ions also will be there. 1 moles of Al2O3 produces 2 Al3 plus ion and 3 oxide ion. And these two combine to form 1 mole of Al2O3. Obviously. So here at cathode, aluminium ions which undergo reduction process by the gain of 3 electron and leads to the formation of aluminium metal. Al3 plus get reduced to aluminium metal by the gain of 3 electron. This is reduction reaction which takes place at cathode, and is aluminium present in the melted state obviously. So this is the reaction takes place at cathode, and let's see what happens in the anode. In the anode means this is the anode, and this carbon lining with steel vessel. This steel vessel with carbon lining acts as cathode, and aluminium is going to be deposited at this cathode only. And what happens in the anode? This is the anode rods are there. They are made up of graphite. To this graphite rods, anode rods, obviously the opposite charge oxide ions are attracted, and those oxide ions are involved in oxidation reaction. At anode, oxidation reaction takes place obviously. Initially, the O2 minus ion, undergoes oxidation by the loss of electron, by the loss of 4 electron, and form O2, isn't it? Clear? Initially the oxide ions O2 minus ion undergoes oxidation by the loss of 4 electron and forms oxygen gas. The oxygen gas produced, means liberated at anode, is again combines with the carbon of the anode. The oxygen gas liberated at the anode due to the oxidation process, that oxygen gas again combines with the carbon of the graphite rod. Leads to the formation of carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. So this is the reaction takes place in the anode, electrode. I repeat once again. Initially the oxide ions are attracted towards anode electrode, undergo oxidation by the loss of 4 electron and forms oxygen gas. That oxygen gas again combines with the carbon of the anode and leads to the formation of carbon dioxide liberated. So at cathode, aluminum is deposited, at anode oxygen liberated with carbon, means carbon dioxide liberated. Now we are going to add these two equations to get the overall reaction. When you add these two equations, the number of electron lost, number of electron gain must be equal. Here there is no equal in the electron gain of electron and loss of electron. To make them equal, you have to multiply these two equations by using suitable integer. The first equation is multiplied by 4. The second equation is multiplied by 3. 4 3s are 12 electron. 4 3s are 12 electron. These two subtracted 12 electrons cancelled out, and remaining ions are we are going to add up. See here, 4 into Al3 plus, that becomes 4 Al3 plus, isn't it? 4 into Al3 plus, 4 Al3 plus 3 into 2 O2 minus, 3 into 2 O2 minus, that becomes 3 2s are 6 O2 minus 3 2s are 6 O2 minus. These two combine together to form 2 moles of Al2O3. These 2 moles of Al2O3 which ionizes gives 4 Al3 plus 2 2s are 4 Al3 plus and 2 3s are 6 oxide ion. So I can write it directly 2 Al2O3 plus. So here the 3 into carbon means 3C, which gives rise to 4 into Al, that is 4 Al, aluminium metal is obtained at this position, plus 3 into CO2 carbon dioxide. So this is the overall net reaction takes place inside this electrolytic cell during electrolysis process. The decomposition of this substance by passing electricity, which produces the definite products at the definite electrodes. Here, this is the aluminium which is obtained at this position in the molten state after the process completed, electrolysis completed, and comes out through this outlet. So this is the extraction of aluminium from the purified alumina or bauxite ore by Hall-Héroult process, and this is very important for your examination. They may ask a question for 3 marks, and these equations are very important. This is cathodic equation, this is anodic equation, and this is the overall equation, overall redox equation, redox reaction, overall equation which takes place in the electrolytic tank. Now let us move on to another concept, that is a very small concept. It is very easy. Extraction of copper from low grade ores by using iron scrap. Low grade ores means the copper can be easily extracted from the ore. How? Let's see. Let us understand how the extraction of copper from the low grade ores by using iron scrap. Firstly, we have to understand how the low grade copper ore is going to be purified and bleached. This is low grade copper ore. This low grade copper ore obviously contains copper metal inside it and some other impurities. First, we have to treat this one suitable reagent such as acid. To this acid, the low grade copper ore is going to be dissolved. The copper metal present in the low grade copper ore is going to be dissolved in this acid in the form of Cu2 plus, and this whole system becomes aqueous. In this aqueous solution, to this aqueous solution, we are going to add some iron scrap or hydrogen gas. So the reduction reaction takes place, and that copper 2 plus ion get easily reduced to copper by the gain of electrons. So let's see the reactions. This is the copper 2 plus ion present in this acidic solution or aqueous solution. There is a leaching process, means that low grade ore is dissolved in a particular suitable reagent to become leached. The copper 2 plus ion present in this aqueous solution is treated with the iron scrap. Definitely, iron has low SRP when compared to copper 2 plus ion. Definitely, it acts as a reducing agent, means it reduces the copper 2 plus ion into copper and itself undergoing oxidation by the loss of electron and become Fe2. This is the copper get reduced, and this is the extraction of copper from low grade copper. And this can be also done by using hydrogen gas also. This copper 2 plus ion treated with hydrogen gas. Obviously, hydrogen has low SRP when compared to copper 2 plus ion. I have studied in the electrochemistry in an electrochemical series. So due to this low SRP when compared to copper, hydrogen acts as a better reducing agent. Obviously, this reduces this copper 2 plus ion. This copper 2 plus ion reduces to copper, and this hydrogen itself undergoing oxidation by the loss of electron. So that is hydrogen becomes 2H+. Here, this loss of electron gained by this copper 2 plus ion and reduces to copper. This is here the redox reactions takes place. Oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously, and finally the copper is obtained from the low grade coppers. And this method is mainly based on hydrometallurgy. This is hydrometallurgy. Hydrometallurgy means what? The process of extraction of a metal from the respective ore by using an aqueous solution. By using aqueous solution, that is hydrometallurgy. Is one of the concepts.
A golden opportunity awaits ahead for all the college passing out students at WebNet Solutions. Having basic knowledge about operating a computer and knowing its aspects, it's valued everywhere. We provide students from various backgrounds hands-on experience about Java, C++, Core Java, Python, Advanced Java with J2EE, RDBMS, MS SQL, ASP.NET plus 8DO.NET, JavaScript with jQuery, web design with Bootstrap 4.0 with certification. Why is it needed? Educational institutions might just brief you on the surface, but we give you a broader perspective on C, C++ and Java. We are located in the Sugar City, Mandya. What are you waiting for? Contact us and book your slots and report the best benefits.